Residents gathering for an evening prayer service to remember those killed at the tavern in Nomzamo. 16 people gunned down. 5 suspects are wanted in connection with that killing. Let's speak now to Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Pule, you have shown us visuals of the prayer service, but we know that load shedding hit a little while ago. Talk to me about what's been happening there.
Yeah, we're still in the dark here in this area, Sally, but most importantly is that has not deterred the prayer service from actually taking place. Members of the church groups, priests, activists and other community members have arrived here to actually respect and pay tribute to the lives of those who were gunned down by criminals here last weekend while inside a tavern. 15 patrons, like you said earlier, lost their lives, and the prayer service is currently still ongoing. It seems as though it may just carry on until around 7 to 8 p.m. And what we've also witnessed now is that more members of the community have started to gather around here. We've seen praise of songs and worship that have been taking place here, and of course now we do understand that it's a preaching sermon that's currently taking place. From there onwards, one may get the sense that they will start to disperse and go home. But most importantly and interesting, what I've seen here is that I saw about 7 police vehicles that were actually patrolling here, meaning that they're trying to ensure that whatever session is taking place here is safeguarded as well, and they're still patrolling to ensure that they can catch out any sinister or bad criminal activity that may be taking place in this informal settlement. Like most community members have been complaining about, saying that crime in the area was quite serious and rife.
Yeah, we've heard, of course, that the Amaberete, this is what the police minister told us, they would be coming into the area, and they're more of a tactical unit. They are apparently going to be doing house searches. We heard last night that there were a few members present. Have you seen any sign of them or heard of what they're doing in the area?
Well, I haven't seen any sign of the tactical response team, but I did see members of the SAPS accompanied by members of the Johannesburg Metro Police Department. And maybe I'm just going to ask my colleague Omash to just show you on my left-hand side. I think now it's just one vehicle that has actually arrived here of members of the SAPS. So you can see, this is JMPD who are actually patrolling in this area and also ensuring that this session isn't disrupted by any criminal activity. We did also see just around 5 other SAPS vehicles that have been moving around in and around here. It kind of similar reminds me of what had happened in Diepsloot, where there were protests as well, and we'd seen most of those SAPS vehicles actually patrolling that area as well. It looks like a very similar pattern and strategy that's currently ongoing, but I haven't seen any sign of Amaberete this evening here. I've only seen SAPS officials and of course them being accompanied by members of JMPD, Johannesburg Metro Police Department.
Yeah, and of course it's good to see the police patrolling, particularly as that area is in darkness now, probably because of load shedding. And this is a community that is traumatized. 16 people gunned down in one evening at a tavern nearby, and real concerns across Soweto and of course across the country about criminality and the flow of guns in the wrong hands. But certainly this community seeking comfort in prayer and song. Thank you so much for that update. That's our reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones.